start this. Why don't we? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this little game that we play here on Fridays, hopefully for a long term. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun. We're starting something fresh, and this world is gonna be called Haram, specifically this continent, and we're gonna be playing the prologue, as it were, as I've introduced before. And basically, the concept of this is that you guys will be playing a pre-story with the current characters that you've created, and kind of get to a point where you understand how and where this world became what it is. It'll be very interesting, I think. But yeah, why don't we start with a bit of a character introduction? One, so that everybody else knows what class and kind of character that you'll be playing. We are starting at the top of the chat. Manaki.
um, I'm playing as a character named Anima because I'm not very creative, and I'm a bard in the College of Glamour.
Alright, very cool, very cool, very cool. Nick?
Oh, I'm a human fighter, battlemaster subclass, lightly armored, and yeah, I'm human.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Alright, next we've got Steven, who's playing Soup.
Hi, I'm a spy named Soup Eye. Halfling, rogue, thief. Yeah.
Very, very cool. Surya?
Good evening. I am a wood elf, and I play as a gunslinger with the what's it called, multi-class into rogue. And I go pew pew.
Pew pew, and this time you're gonna remember that you have to reload, yeah? Good. Last but not least, Xavier.
Oh, my character's name's Lever. He's a Gloomstalker Ranger, primarily going to be using the bow and arrow. And yeah, it's also an elf, Shadowkai.
Very, very cool. Very cool. But yeah, so essentially how we begin is that all of your characters had previously formed an adventuring group and have been traveling together for some time. You're aware of one another's powers and kind of how they constitute the greater group and how you can potentially help the greater group. It's an incredibly compelling and interesting tale that you've woven beforehand, but to be honest, all of that beforehand is not that important, because what's important is what will happen in the future, and the future of these characters will take. Insert some sort of cool music or whatever, I don't know. But we start off with all of your characters currently heading towards the city of Varela. A beautiful city that seems to be located near the edges of the Uvak forest and is the capital for this region, at the very least. A city-state in which a large gathering of various different kind of people from all over the continent come. I'm going to pause this music because it is getting a little bit too much. We're going to start with something a little bit more neutral. Let's go with... But as all of you are sitting within the cart that is slowly traversing towards the city of Varela off in the distance, you can see that the forest itself to the north is quite calm and serene as the cart continues to carry forward. What all of you have been asked to come here by a certain individual, specifically known as, let me find his name, Alvin Laz. He he has essentially asked all of you to come here as the Queen of Varela seeks to kind of some assistance from some well-known and powerful adventurers. As the cart slowly continues down this cobbled road, you see the driver kind of glance back at all of you. A kind of grizzled, older, elvish man, probably 700, 800 years old at the very least. But, he seems to know his way around and just casually takes on the reins. He looks back towards the rest of your group and indicates, "So, you're all heading to Varela?"
Yes, my good man. Honest working man. Cable driver.
Well, I may have a long life, but it certainly hasn't given me any luck in trying to get into a better position in my life.
Well, no one can argue that life has its ups and downs and can be rather mundane, but you live an honest life and you should be proud.
Sometimes I think living in a dishonest life may have suited me better. But
Well, just don't start now.
I think my old bones are a little too brittle for that one.
Well, you certainly wouldn't have lived for quite as long if you chose the other life.
No, probably not. Though the lands themselves are still dangerous, it's good to know that a simple cart driver like myself can still go about the lands knowing that something is keeping us safe.
Car driver, what can you tell us about these roads?
They're quite safe. All of you are traveling from, what was it, Castle Northlake? The Varela Plains are quiet. They're peaceful. The most dangerous beasts you'll find there are wild horses. Though if you step into the Uvak Forest, that's an entirely different ballpark. But
Lies in there.
Oh, orcs. Full-blooded orcs. Things that'll rip you arm and legs. Just all of your limbs off. For fun. Terrible creatures.
You ever see one?
In person? No. I'm not much of the adventuring type. I just traverse the lands and see where people need to go, and I go.
But if I recall, they tend to keep to themselves within the forest. They don't tend to step out.
Yes. All their game, their most dangerous prey, the creatures of which they find that they hunger for the most, are within the forest as well. And if you can hunt an orc, or an orc can hunt it for fun, it's not something normal people can handle. But, looking at all of you, you certainly don't look average, so to say.
Well, I'd certainly say that there's some times when I wish that I was working an honest living like you did.
Oh, I think you'd get bored very quickly. A lot of time with your own thoughts on the road. But, look ahead. There's the edge of Varela. And as all of you kind of glance forward towards the horizon, you can see these spires begin to rise into the air. Thin, kind of long spires that go straight up into the air. And just approaching them is almost a little bit intimidating and daunting. And you see the buildings of which they are attached to, these tall, almost cylindrical kind of buildings that rise up high into the air, nearing the city, or the center of the city, just these beautiful, large, kind of almost brilliant white buildings with these sharp tops that eventually kind of cascades into lower buildings near the edges of the city. You see that it's built to be almost kind of blend into the actual woodlands themselves. One portion of the walls disappearing into the actual woods themselves before re-emerging on the other side. And you can see the roads that you ride slowly approaching the actual city itself. To either side, and rapidly approaching, seems to be some farms located all the way from the actual city itself to where all of you currently are. These wide, beautiful wheat fields just covered in various different bits of relatively grown vegetation. But you continue through the fields and you continue onwards, making small talk with the cart driver, before eventually, as you arrive at the gates, which are currently wide open, the guards seemingly kind of acknowledge all of you before one of the older men at the back kind of steps up. Alright. Please state your purpose for the visit to the city of Varela.
Oh, sir. My party and I here were recently tasked by the Queen's right-hand man, Alvin Laws. We're here to do a certain task for her. And she fetched for us, and
Alvin's the one who
we
fetched
just
for all
arrived.
of you. For the Queen, you say?
Yes, that's right.
Well, who am I to block your passage? Go on. He kind of gestures inside, coughing, before sitting back down.
Quick question, Jake.
Mhm.
Do we have like any sort of, I guess, seal or letter that kind of shows that we've been tasked with this?
You do have a letter with a seal on it.
Okay. I assume that we would show that to the guard.
He takes a look, briefly glances over it, checks the seal itself, kind of pushes on it a little bit. Well, looks authentic. Go. There you go. He returns the
I
letter
have
to
a
you.
question.
Hello. Yes.
He has an elephant, right? What's going on with that? Where is
Oh
it?
shit! I forgot you guys fucking
The
had
elephant
elephants.
is magically in my bag.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fitting an whole elephant in
Same thing
there.
with the dog.
We'll say
my dog's also in my backpack.
We'll
He's poking
say
his head out.
that you have a Sure, we'll say that you have an amulet that you can keep your pets in.
Amazing.
What about I think someone else also bought an elephant,
Let's
right?
go.
Did someone else also buy an elephant? No?
I did not have the money for that.
Okay, fair.
I was contemplating, yes.
But you're led into the actual city itself, and you now see the hustle and bustle of this beautiful, beautiful city. And I am going to try and shift it again. Okay. But as all of you are kind of glancing forward towards the actual city itself, you begin to see just dozens and dozens of people lining the streets of all sorts of various different races, humans, dragonborns, halflings, ganassi, all kind of intermingling with one another, Some going about their day trying to go to their next opportunity. Some basking in the late afternoon sun, waiting for something. But you also hear and witness a few people kind of going around trying to introduce various different things to people. You see an older dragonborn gentleman, gray scales, a long kind of thin tail that whips behind him and his robes as he approaches your party. Hello, young children of the gods. Welcome to our fair city of Varel. Have you heard of the god, the kind?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. God, what?
Our glorious god, the kind. You can give me a religion check. Or anybody who cares to can also give a religion check.
Care. Let's see.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Easy. First one.
Alright. Asher, Lever, the two of you kind of glancing at him. Oh, through the bit of an accent that he has, you know of the kind, specifically known as Wanium. They are essentially the goddess that represents the aspect of good within the world. Lever, Asher, you remember that there are 5 of them specifically. There is Ikanane, the just, Kivati, the mediator, Ukalem, the free, Wanium, the kind, and Zevahim, the condemned. Those 5 compose the main pantheon of this world, and are the people, are the gods that manage and kind of are worshipped by all of those. So as he approaches the two of you, you two immediately recognize the name of Wanium, the kind.
Is there like a do I know if there's like a predominant following within this city?
Within this city specifically, you're not entirely sure. It really seems like the main 4, the just, the mediator, the free, and the kind are followed kind of sporadically. Their numbers wildly vary depending on which region of the continent you go to. But the condemned has been outlawed in 16 of 17 counties, or within the entire continent. So his worship is not one that you typically see in the public. Here specifically, you're not aware.
Why, yes, good sir, we are familiar with Wanium.
Then you walk in his light.
Yes, while not particularly religious, I do respect his principles.
Good. And he kind of just seems to nod before walking away. But not before he hands you, not before he hands you what appears to be like a small brochure. There seems to be pictures of like a church, and there's an indication of where you're supposed to go to, attend service, all of that. It's a poster for Winiam, who, as you realize as he's walking away, that Winiam is a goddess, not a god.
I'll just take the brochure and kind of just kind of toss it in my pocket without really much care.
Mm-hmm. But as you guys continue to descend further into the city itself, is there anywhere you want to head specifically before you went to try and seek out an audience with Alvin?
what's like the time?
It's early afternoon, or sorry, late afternoon. So it's like probably about 5 p.m. ish.
I'm hungry, guys.
Yeah, I could use an actual meal, and I grow tired of our rations.
You want to go to a restaurant or something?
Yes, I can go for a hearty meal. Though I'm not quite familiar with this town. It's been far, far too long since I've been.
We should have asked the preacher.
I wouldn't. He would probably make us go back to his place of worship and eat whatever they have there. Maybe
Hey, maybe there's free food.
Are we still moving?
I guess that you guys were still moving through the city.
Are we on? We're not on the cart anymore, right?
No, the cart dropped you off.
Okay.
Okay. I ask a random passerby, "Hey, we're new to the the city. Do you know anywhere good to eat? Get some food?"
The halfling man kind of looks at you. Good to eat. Good to eat. What are you into, huh?
Anything hearty, you
You
know?
like meats? You like
Yeah,
you
meat
like
sounds
ales?
Meat sounds good.
All right. There's a restaurant down there. You go down there, 2 streets, 2 blocks, 2 doors, and then after that, you take a right. There should be a square. Across the square is a place known as the Diner. They don't really have a good thing with names, but like, ooh, the food, fantastic, very good.
Can you repeat the instructions there again?
Yep.
Good sir?
You see down there, 2 blocks, 2 streets, and then 2 doors, and then you take a right. There should be a square. You'll see a big old sign for a place called the Diner.
All right, thank you, good sir. We'll make our way over there.
Yep. Good luck. Have fun. It'll be very delicious, because, I've been there twice. Woo!
We appreciate the
Mm,
advice.
yeah, of course. He starts walking away.
All right,
Mm,
you guys want to start
guys
heading over?
Let's go.
I vote
Okay.
yes.
Okay, we start heading over, following his instructions.
Sure. As you guys begin to follow his instructions, you realize that, okay, you take 2 blocks, you take a right, you glance over, there's a square, and indeed, within the square, there is a honestly rather large and obnoxious sign that says just the THE with the fanciest font you ever seen in your entire life. And then underneath it, in just smaller letters, though still quite large in comparison, Diner.
Looks amazing. Let's go.
So we head in.
Let's go.
Right.
One quick question.
Sure.
How like ritzy is this area? Or is this kind of like the lower
How?
end of town?
Since you're still nearing the edge of town, you're pretty sure it's. Actually, give me a history check. Okay. You are aware that this is the edge of town, but you're not sure. You think maybe it's nicer closer in? Maybe it's worse? It's hard to tell.
Okay.
It
Right.
can't be bad. It's meat, right?
Can I just like look at the outside of the restaurant and just the patrons going in and out and just kind of get a gauge of like what it if it's shady, if it's normal, if it's high end.
Sure, give me an insight check.
Oh, he's smart.
Ooh. Okay, so here's a few things. One, you do know and see that there are a few people that are a little bit shady near the actual building itself, but you can't tell if they're there specifically because the diner is there or because they just decided that this would be the place to do whatever it is that they decided to do. But the majority of the clientele going in and out seems to be pretty regular, kind of like, blue collar workers. People who are going about their day jobs, whether it's construction, woodworking, cobbling, whatever not.
Okay. Yeah, this place doesn't seem too bad. Just watch out for a few bad apples, and I kind of just motion towards some of the more rowdy looking folk that are just kind of hanging around on the side.
I'm sure it'll be okay. All right, we head in.
All right, you sure do. As you kind of head within the interior, you see that the majority of the tables are not occupied, but it seems to be like about half full. Probably people having an early dinner or a late lunch. You're not entirely sure.
Just grab an empty table.
All right. You grab an empty table relatively easily enough, and you see a short, gnomish man kind of begin sauntering towards your table with what appears to be a small clipboard in hand. He walks up. Hello? Welcome to the diner. What can I get for all of you?
Can we take a look at the menu?
Yep, of course. Give me 1 moment. I'm just gonna go grab one. He kind of starts wobbling back to the main kind of bar, of which you see he grabs like a small piece of paper that looks honestly like it's probably been used a little bit too much. He kind of very carefully brings it over. Okay, here you go. And upon it, there's quite a selection, honestly. You see at the very tops, there's some deep fried potato wedges. There's a cheese platter, and there's some crammed red peppers as a starter set. And their main entrees are something known as blackened chicken. Oh my god, why is there so much bells? Too much cowbell.
What do you guys want?
They have blackened
God.
chicken, they have a rotisserie cooked turkey, they have deep fried sausage, and they have deep fried turkey.
Blackened chicken sounds good for lever.
Blackened chicken sounds good. Let's take every
Me
appetizer.
as well.
Yes.
Me as well.
Every
One of
appetizer.
everything?
Let's take every appetizer.
Wait, how much?
We can
How
go-
much?
Chicken.
Does it say the cost on the menu?
Yep. So the deep fried tomato wedges are 7 copper. The cheese
Why
platter
did you say
is
tomato?
potato. Fucking the deep fried
Potato.
Okay, it's not
no,
expensive.
potato. Fucking the
Potato,
deep fried
potato.
potato wedges is 7 copper. Cheese platter is 4 copper. The crammed red peppers, which have a as you kind of ask him what it's about, he says it's a concoction of various different herbs and cream cheese stuffed into the peppers. And he says that one is silver. 1 silver and 2 copper. The blackened chicken, if that's what everyone is getting, is 4 silver.
I don't want any blackened chicken.
There's the
But,
rotisserie cooked turkey, the deep fried sausage, and the deep fried turkey.
Oh yeah.
I kind of lean over to Lever. Like, you don't mind grabbing this one for me, do you?
Oh, no problem, buddy.
Much appreciated.
So
Proceeds to order everything on the menu.
Is there any? Are there any drinks, sir?
we have
Are there any
4
good
blackened chickens at 4 silver pieces each. We have 1x potato wedges. It's potato wedges, which was 7 copper, I said. Cheese is 4 copper, and peppers is 1 silver.
No, tomato wedges actually sounds kind of fire.
Unfortunately, they are potato wedges.
It's a
Are there any
shame.
drinks on the menu? Sir?
There are wines and ales. Specifically, there is only 1 wine. It is expensive. It is a house-made red wine called House Noir. That one specifically, per glass, is 1 gold and 4 copper.
And the ale is, I assume, quite
Chicken's
cheap.
not a meat you drink wine with.
Let's
The
get a ale
ales
for-
are much cheaper. They're each one is 3 silver.
Yeah, give me an ale.
I'll get an ale for everyone.
Okay, we got 5 times ale at 3 silver. Boom, there you go. You guys can do the math on whatever. But yeah, very cool. After about 15 or so minutes pass, you guys get your potato wedges, your cheese platter, and your peppers. And honestly, they look really well made. The potato wedges are very nice. There's like a small kind of like sauce on the side that's served. It looks to be some sort of tomato paste. With the cheese, there's a variety of small crackers as well. And with the peppers, they're fresh from seemingly the oven.
Hey, Soup. Can I have a bite of your chicken?
Okay.
I take half of his chicken.
Oh my god! The poor man.
Ah, my food. Can you give me another ale?
And then another
We shouldn't,
ale is 6.
Down so much ale, you wanna wake up normal.
Wait, how do
in the
we want to
morning?
split the money?
It's up to you guys.
I'll pay for all the ale, I guess. Since I,
got-
said for the
I got
round.
Asher. No ale for me. You're gonna be meeting the queen after this, right?
Oh, so you're telling me you don't want your ale, huh?
Please, by all means, take mine.
I'll just drink the one that
I-
Anamagami.
I worry for you, Soup. I just hope you're not the one doing the talking in front of the queen.
Oh, don't worry. I don't do no talking after I drink.
How does the conversion work again? Like GP to silver and copper?
It's 10 to 1. The 1 gold is worth 10 silver, and 1 silver is worth
God.
10 copper.
This is too much work. It's too much math. Thank you.
Electrum is not real.
Not
And-
yet, Jake.
And 1
Not
platinum is actually 10 gold, not 5 gold.
Oh, this is AD&D.
Yes,
Oops.
it is. You're looking at some ancient rules, my friend. You're looking at first
Yeah.
edition.
This is yeah. But 1 gold is 10 silver, right? 1
Yes.
gold. Okay.
And 1
I
silver
cannot do
is
the
10
math.
copper.
Holy shit, I cannot do the math.
It's 1 to 10. It's fine.
This
I know, but I can't do the math still. It's 1.5 okay, alright, anyway.
It's 16 silver pieces for.
Okay,
the
okay, I got
black
it.
chicken.
I got it.
Alright, I'll leave you to it. But yeah, you guys get your drinks. Your food is delivered. The blackened chicken is delicious, and it's served over what appears to be like a bed of rice with some sauce on top. Ooh, delicious. But as time passes, eventually you all finish your meal. What are you up to?
Can I listen in just to see like if anyone is talking a little bit too loud than they should be, and we might hear some interesting conversations.
Certainly. Give me a perception check.
Wait, can I take the
I
help
would
action?
also-
Give him advantage?
So how are you going to help him with this specifically?
I don't know.
Sit on my lap. I don't know. I was like,
Huddle together and we both listen in on the same conversation.
Then you can make your own perception check.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
be listening around as well.
Go for it. 19.
Oof.
9. Super only rolled 2 lower, but Amir actually rolled the
How
19.
unfortunate.
Asher with the plus 12 to perception. God, I forgot you guys were level 9.
Oh shit,
my
oh shit!
gosh!
I use it on this, man.
Nah, that's not how luck works. You don't use it up.
Sure it does.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, alright. But Asher, Amir, Anima, as the 3 of you kind of try and expand your senses and just try and focus in on bits and bobs of various different other conversations that people are having. You get a few kind of like, mundane. Sorry, give me one second. Yeah, so you get some like mundane conversations. You get like, oh my god, did you hear? Stacy's pregnant again. On the other side of the thing, you hear, ugh. I've heard that the eagles continue to pester the farmers. I don't know why. The eagles are searching for food. If they're searching for food, why are they harassing our farmers? And then you hear a few other things as well. You hear, oh, okay, that's an interesting one. That nearby, one of the abandoned farmhouses seemed to have some sort of strange ghost within it that was spotted. And they were basically saying, oh yeah, I fucking ran, I booked it, but when I saw that thing, it was glowing and shit. Nah, fuck that. But you also hear one specific rumor that seems to be kind of the talk of various other people. They're speaking of various different things like, when will the farmers' harassment stop? When will they stop harassing these freaking farmers, man? They're just working. Yeah, my uncle the other day, he got injured pretty bad. He didn't even see what it was. He couldn't tell. It's just too fast. Yeah. Well, my brother, he said he's lost 3 cows already. 3 cows? Yeah. He's planning on trying to get the money to buy another set, but he honestly doesn't think his livelihood is continuable. That's right. Oh, shit. But it seems to be a common theme that, the farmhands, or the farms outside of the city, are being harassed by some sort of creature?
I kind of make my way towards them. Kind of just ease my way in their direction.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't help but overhear he's mentioning something about farmers being attacked. Pray tell me anything that you might know about it, because we just arrived here and I do want to make sure that I keep a close eye out and avoid danger.
The man, one of the men kind of looks at you. I mean, yeah, so, well, you're probably not gonna encounter it. Something's been happening at night. The farmers, like, the outside of their buildings get large scratches on them. Some of the windows sometimes get blown inwards. No one's been seriously injured yet, but there has been one kind of older woman. She was out late, past dark, outside of a farmhouse, and, well, she's missing a leg. Now. So you gotta be careful, right? I used to think this place was safe. So when we moved here, with my brother and I. But, I don't know.
You don't think it can be the orcs, right? From
The
forest?
orcs? No. They don't get this far out of their forest. They're deep. They like it, staying in the darkness of their forests. If I recall correctly, they tend to stay near the mountains, right? And out here, we basically transition from a forest out into flat lands. So not their kind of territory. So we don't. Not. I doubt it.
I mean, something could have easily pushed them out of their territory, and maybe they're just getting desperate.
If something's making the fucking orcs desperate, good God, I should leave right now. We should leave, right? Well, I don't know. My entire life is here. I mean, fuck.
Have the guards or any of the enforcement been notified about these occurrences?
Yeah, I think so. From what I heard, people's been saying all over that there's a group of adventurers being hired by the Queen to take care of it.
Ah, okay. That makes sense. Though, I question why the Queen's Knights can't take care of it themselves.
Well, the majority of the guard force is a militia. It's people, like you and me, you know? Just regular old people who work day jobs. Not all of us are trained soldiers.
Even the Queen's selected guard personnel.
Well, typically we don't really need that many guards. Like I said, the place is pretty safe. For the most part, until, this happened.
Well, I guess more people ought to take up the sword than if times are going to be changing like this.
Oh, I hope not. I really hope not. Shit.
Well, I thank you, good sir, for the information. I apologize for intruding on the conversation.
That's all good.
Well, cheers. Have a good night, eh?
Yeah. They both just kind of look at you weirdly as you walk away.
And I come back to the table and I tell everyone. So, yeah, we're being tasked with eliminating some kind of problem that's harassing the locals at night.
Some sort of pest, eh?
I would like to hope that we're not just glorified pest killers.
Mm.
Pest control.
How long until the Queen summons us?
Well, you were due the next morning, so you're actually here early.
Okay, all right, and it's about midday. About
It's
dinner time.
late afternoon,
This
yeah.
evening.
Yeah. Okay.
Did the letter say anything about lodging or anything? Where we should stay, or just meet them at
No,
that day?
it just said that you were supposed to meet at the Queen, near the Royal Castle.
Mm,
I think we should find some lodging then, eh?
yeah.
Yeah, we should be well rested for our meeting tomorrow.
Is the bartender coming back? Or the server, I guess?
Yeah, the server kind of wanders past your table. They do not look at you.
Hey,
Hey,
bro,
He kind of turns around. Yep. What's up?
can we pay and get out of here?
Oh, yep. What's your total? What'd you guys
You
get?
tell me.
we got 4 blackened chickens, 1 potato wedge, 1 cheese, 1 pepper, 5 ales. My good friend.
He kind of does the math very quickly. Did you guys do the math? Because I didn't do the math.
I could do the
No, I didn't. I just no.
Okay, alright.
4 plus 7.
16 silver pieces. 16, 17. And then 15, 32. How many coppers?
Looks
7,
like 20. It looks like 21 silver and 3 copper.
No, I think there's slightly more. Because there's 4 blackened chickens, that's 16 silver, 5 ales, that's
sorry.
15 silver.
Yeah, it's 21
31,
silver.
32.
Is that
31
not how
silver.
that works?
Oh no.
Oh, that's 4.
It's
okay.
4 by 4,
Oh,
sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I saw the. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, then 5 by 3.
An extra 12 on top of that then. So
Mhm.
33.
Yes.
3 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper. Wow, that works out pretty well.
I'm gonna look forward. Yeah, I've got all the money. 3 gold, 3 silver, 3 copper, it looks like.
I'll give him 8 silver. So what's the remaining total? 'Cause I'll cover mine and Asher's meal.
Oh
And for
my
my blackened
fucking
chicken.
god. Okay, we are ignoring this and going
No.
forward.
Yeah, that's why I was like, can we Do we really
They're
want
just-
to do this?
Okay, we'll just pay.
It's fine for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
prologue.
Wait, I already
we're not
paid
gonna
for all the
worry
ale.
about
I already paid for all the ale.
Okay.
Yeah, I paid for my meal.
I'll pay for my
I
meal.
paid for the
Yeah.
ale, yeah. I already calculated in mine. So just pay for the rest, I guess.
I'll ask him before we leave. My good friend, do you know of a place where we might rest for the night?
He kind of looks at all of you. For 5 people resting for the night. I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of inn nearby. It's not really my business.
Okay, thanks.
I tip him a gold anyway. I say before we leave, and then I flip him a coin.
He
off the
takes
phone.
it, looks at it. You sure you gave me the right coin?
Gold piece.
Yeah, you sure?
Of course.
Yes, sir!
Alright. He pockets it.
I know gold is a lot in the fantasy universe, but still.
Well, I mean, you have 1,800 of
Yeah,
it. Gee,
Alright, let's
that's skedaddle.
let's skedaddle. How about should we ask someone else somewhere to stay, or should we go more closer to the queen? Because right now we're still on the edge or whatever, right?
I guess we can make our way down to
Yeah.
Alright.
downtown.
I agree.
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah, let's look
easier in
for
the
any
morning.
let's look for any places to rest on the way then.
Okay, so all of you can give me an investigation or perception check to see if you can find a place to stay.
It is the same.
Wait,
I am a dummy.
My investigation's slightly higher.
Uh-oh.
Yikes.
Damn, everyone
We ain't
drank, a
investigating
little,
shit.
Single digits.
drank a little
We
too
are
much ale.
sleeping outside today.
Lever, Anima, Emir, and Soup, all 4 of you are like, oh, this building looks like an inn. Just because there's a bed on the sign, I actually can't tell. You walk into it, it's actually not an inn. It's a mattress
Medieval
store.
mattress store.
Yeah. They're selling feather mattresses, hay mattresses. Some of them have wool inside, which is like super luxurious. You're like, wow.
Dog.
Could I be
Aw.
annoying
Like
and
a pretty
try
nice
one
place
out?
to sleep, to be honest.
It would be if they weren't all like stacked vertically.
Oh, never mind.
Dog.
I'm sleeping leaning against the wall. But thankfully, Asher is keeping an eye out, and Asher, you do spot 2 or 3 different inns that you could probably find lodge at without too much of an issue.
Yeah, what do they look like? Or from the outside?
Well, one of them is a little bit more fancy, and you could tell that this place, the entire exterior is like this marbled, beautiful stone, and at that moment you can kind of like tell that this is probably a little bit more of a fancy place. You could probably get your own bedrooms, your own kind of places, but also you're gonna have to pay more. While you look at another place, it's a little bit not as nice. The building is also still made of stone, but you can definitively tell that it's a little bit older. The interior seems a little bit more dark, maybe less clean, as it were, but it's entirely up to you. As you're the one who only spots both of them. They're nearby one another, so.
Yeah. Hey guys, I think I found 2 places. I guess it kind of depends on how much money we have in total, but we can go for
have
the
a lot of
nicer
money.
place. So do you want to stay at the nicer place?
I say the nicer place.
Your place would be good.
After all, we can die tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess might as well
That's true.
live large before our
Live a little
assignment.
before you die a little.
Wait,
Who knows
wait,
what's
wait.
skulking around the farmlands?
Wait. Is Aster like, you know how Seika was like brain dead, or just does not exist? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, maybe one of them. If I don't
to you.
think. I'll say that he is also here. but like not
Brain dead.
necessarily brain dead. He's just drooling slightly.
So he's brain dead. Got it.
Oh,
Okay.
come on, he's not brain dead. Brain dead. He is
Just a
still,
little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay, we go to the nicer place, I guess.
Okay, I lead everyone to the nicer place. They're holding some people by the hand. They clearly can't find their way around.
It's
Our
everyone.
special friend.
Just tie a rope around everyone.
Yeah, make sure they know how to get in. But yeah, you guys all make it within the actual building itself, and you can tell that this is fancy. The floor is a polished marble. You see several columns that kind of rise. There's no second floor, but there is a third floor, and you can see a beautiful kind of marble staircase that it encompasses, like in a U shape, the back of the actual building itself, and going all the way up to the third floor. You can see in the very center, between two of the pillars, is this small fountain where it looks to be like a
Wait,
small.
Jake, how is there a third floor if there's no second floor?
That's what I'm wondering.
As in, like, the second floor, like, the ceiling is heightened. There's
So it'd
no.
just be the second.
But that's still the second floor, then.
Technically, I guess. But
Okay,
from
go
the exterior,
ahead.
I don't get it.
exterior, it looks like there's a second floor.
Okay.
It's like it's designed to be.
Yeah, it is a grand place. Yes.
I'm trying.
It's very, yeah.
So the ceiling is raised so that it would appear that basically the second floor is raised up to where the third floor would usually be. Yes. There's a fountain in the center with a kind of like what appears to be an elf doing some sort of pose, and there's just water spouting out of their hands.
Can I throw a copper coin in it for good luck?
Sure. You throw a copper coin in it. Roll me a D1000.
What the fuck? How do I do it again?
/R space D1000.
I too toss a copper coin.
Sure. Roll me another D1000.
Let me just subtract my
Only copper
Ooh.
coins. Peasants.
Almost 1,000.
Almost 1,000.
So you toss in the coin. You're like, this feels pretty good. Anima, you toss in the coin. You've lost the copper.
That's fine. It's just. Anyways.
Can I make a history check on the statue?
Sure. Glancing at it, it just seems to be a very generic elvish woman with her hands kind of held out in front of her and a billowing dress all around her entire body.
I've seen so many of these, I can't really tell whether this one is special or not.
This looks like a beautiful statue.
They're all the same.
All the same to me.
Is there a
Shall we-
concierge?
Yeah, shall we go
around?
to the receptionist, concierge,
Yep,
whoever?
there is indeed a receptionist. What you guys spot from the main entrance is what appears to be like a dark-skinned, tiefling man, with two set of horns that kind of curl back behind his ears, and kind of their points go straight down past that. He's got long, kind of curly hair, and as all of you approach, he looks up. Ah, hello, and welcome. What can I get for all of you?
We're hoping to get a room for the night. Do you have any available?
We do. How many are you looking for? Each room, depending on what you would like, you can fit a single. You can have a double, or you can take a master suite, which has up to 4 bedrooms in one.
Let's
How
get
many-
the master suite, guys.
Yeah.
Master. I think we'll need a master and a double, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Wait, but you said 4 bedrooms?
There are 4 separate bedrooms in the master suite, as well as a common
Someone just
room.
sleep together, just cuddle.
The common room, if you would so desire, can have one of its couches elongated into a bed.
Okay, we'll just get a one master then.
One master? Okay, that will be... He kind of glances down through the list. There is only one master available, the other one is currently in use, and that would come to 350 gold for the night.
And can I use persuasion to lower the cost?
What are you going to say to him?
Well,
Kind of
surely-
just I kind of just shoved the letter with the queen's seal towards.
Sir, I
Anima.
imagine much royalty travels through these parts. We were actually
Mm.
tasked by the queen herself to come and perform certain tasks and keep the grounds around the city safe. If you'd be so kind, we'd like a nice, restful sleep. So we stopped by your beautiful
We might-
inn.
We might die tomorrow, you know. Let us live a little.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God.
No way.
So the
I
dying
put
part.
everything into persuasion. What do you mean, no way?
I will say, with the two of you working together, he kind of relents. Very well. Then the steepest discount then we can offer is for recurring and returning people. But we'll bring it down to 280 gold.
I don't remember what it was before.
It was actually 250 gold. No, I'm kidding.
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
I don't remember what it was before.
It was 350.
350.
Oh, okay, fine. It's split between the four of us, you know? It's not that bad.
No.
Alright, I
Okay.
fork over the money.
Thank you, sir.
And kind of
280?
nods. It is 280, yes.
Can we split that between 5, maybe?
5, yes.
Yeah. Okay, 56.
5. I have 0 money.
What the fuck? What did you spend your money on?
But like 2 things of those that maxed out my gold.
I'll pay, guys. Don't worry. I'll cover it.
Okay, Nick's covering.
I already paid for my room.
I promise, guys, I'll make it up. Trust me. The next lotto I'm gonna win big.
Alright.
Okay, I'll cover everyone
All I-
else's.
All I'm saying is, if you go into debt now and then you die, that doesn't go anywhere, you know.
All right, I paid for everyone's share except Steven's.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Amir.
No problem.
Alright. You pay for it, he kind of gives you all a key. It is the last door on the left after you go up the stairs. Have a wonderful stay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good evening.
He kind of nods. And goes back to kind of running through some paperwork. But you guys go up the actual stairs itself and find a row of just very nicely decorated kind of wooden doors. It says 101, 102, 103. Eventually, at the end of the corridor on the left, you see a room labeled Master Suite 1. And then to the room directly across from you is the Master Suite 2.
Wonder who's staying in Master Suite 2. Alright, who's taking the couch? Shall we all roll?
As you open the door to your master suite, kind of glancing around, it is a beautiful kind of square room, and you can see that out of each corner of it seems to have a small door of, well, a regular sized door, but kind of glancing at them, and each of them are slightly ajar, and you can see they lead into their own individual bedrooms. There's like a beautiful couch, a like crystal countertop, what is it called? A crystal countertop table sitting in the middle of the room as well, and off to the side what appears to be a mini bar upon that, and on the other side is a harpsichord just sitting there.
You know how to play that?
Can I play the
Anima?
harpsichord?
Are you proficient in the harpsichord?
Can I? So now I have to add it.
Are you proficient in it? What instruments did you choose?
It says 3 instruments of your choice.
Sure, we'll say you can be
Yeah.
proficient in the harpsichord.
Sure.
I mean, it can't be that hard. Just like press buttons and it works, right?
What are you playing?
Give me a performance check just to see how well your playing goes.
Oh God.
Honestly, it's pretty decent. It's probably not the best piece you ever played, but it's passable.
Yeah,
See that, guys?
that twinkle
Now
twinkle the
you guys-
stars
now you
going
guys have
hard.
to-
Everyone take turns playing the harpsichord.
Now, now you guys have to give me the room because I played it really well.
Soup, honestly, his was like a little bit better on time, and you're like, you didn't realize you were out of time until he played it, and you were like,
Oh, that's
wait,
fucked up.
that's right, shit.
Is this a random harpsichord that we found? What's going on?
It's a harpsichord in your guys' master bedroom.
Oh,
Or
I
your
have
master suite,
concerns-
sorry.
Concerns about our bard. How can they not be the best performer?
Sometimes you just get lucky.
Here, hold on. Let me try again.
She strolls up to it, like cracks her fingers, and then starts playing again, and then this time a masterpiece comes out. It is
That's
spicy,
Okay,
that's
since
more
that
on
was
mine.
so good, you guys have to get me a bedroom. I'm not sleeping on the couch.
The
Thanks,
way
guys.
she mixes genres is just, sheesh. There's some like heavy metal in there with K-pop. How?
Damn, I never knew this genre existed in
Goblin
this
pop.
continent.
Goblin pop.
So I just went
G-pop.
G-pop.
Get some halfling pop in there, H-pop.
Oh my god. Yeah, G-pop and H-pop are all in Goblin and Halfling.
Hmm.
Just because there's a fucking harpsichord.
Anybody else wants to play the harpsichord?
Lever's okay.
I'm alright.
He'll go retreat into the nearest bedroom. Before it's
I
played.
paid, so
Oh,
I
geez.
stroll into a bedroom and drop my
I-
backpack on the ground.
Yeah, I pick a room because I had a really great performance.
I also
I,
paid, so I'm gonna go grab a room.
That leaves.
I don't require much sleep, so I can stay on the floor or on like a
We'll
small.
just
chair.
drop and rock on
There's
the.
a
on the
they said there's a
couch.
pull-out couch, yeah, like a nice pull-out couch.
It's actually like really nice. You pull out the couch, it is a king-size bed, and like the covers that you find that are stored underneath the actual bed itself are very nice.
Okay, I guess I'll use the couch and do my meditate there.
Okay.
What time is it?
Now it's probably closer to like 10-ish in the evening.
10 p.m.
Yeah. You see Vrock kind of like kneel
Yeah, we'll
down.
just drop him on the couch.
Yeah, Vrock kneels down beside the door and just like stares at you, Asher.
Yeah, just toss him on the couch. I don't think he'll complain.
As soon as you like kind of move away from where he was, he continues to stare in the same direction. So you realize he's not staring at you. He just happens to be staring at exactly where your head would be if you were lying on the couch.
No, maybe.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's feeling too well. I should let him rest on the couch.
Okay. Yeah, you can just take the couch. It's fine.
Nobody's gonna check the couch.
Oh, he doesn't even get up. He's just like, you think he might have died because you wave your hand in front of his face. There's no response. You don't even know if he's blinking.
Can
That's
I
kinda scary.
check a pulse?
You check his pulse. He actually turns his head to look at you as you touch him.
I
I'm
forgot.
okay.
I think we leave him alone.
We'll just. You're good. You're doing great. You can stay right there. Don't worry about it.
Just making sure, just in case.
You wanna go? You wanna go for a night stroll? Soup.
Sure.
What time do we have to meet the queen tomorrow?
In the morning.
Plenty of time.
I'm kind of just gonna hang back at the room on the bar, kind of inspecting and cleaning my guns.
Okay. Alright. But as all of you go to sleep, is there anything specific that you guys wanted to do other than the night walk?
Explore the hotel.
You're trying to explore the hotel itself, or are you trying to explore something else?
I
Like
want to
the
know who's in the
surroundings.
room next door.
Is that
I
the other
want-
master suite?
Okay.
I want eavesdrop, you know?
Alright. Do you just walk up to the door and listen?
Sure, why not?
Okay, give me a perception check.
Oh god.
Also,
Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to roll twice. I didn't mean to
give
roll
me a
twice.
stealth check just to see how quietly you can do it.
You can delete the roll. I didn't mean to click twice.
Okay. Oh, that's fair. Alright. As you kind of like put your ear up to the actual door itself, trying to hear and observe, trying to determine if there's someone inside, you don't really hear. Oh no, you do hear something. There's oh god. Oh god. You kind of move away from the door. There was some unholy sounds coming in from the other side. And it sounded like there was multiple.
Like multiple
join them?
necromancers, like in the. Wait, isn't that kind of fucked?
Not that type of unholy.
Can I join them?
Do you want to try?
Oh.
Just knock on the door. It's like, hey.
I shouldn't.
Do you
It's
not?
all on you.
I'm asking.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay. You knock on the door. After about 15, 20 seconds passes, you see the door being opened by, like, a really tall minotaur who has to crouch down behind the actual door itself. You can see he's, like, holding a towel around his waist, and he kind of looks down. Yeah.
Can I join? I ask.
He looks at you. Are you sure?
Bad idea. Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, come in.
Okay.
Okay, well, it's there's like 6 minotaurs inside.
Oh no.
It's like the meme with the couch.
Yeah.
Oh no.
They all kind of look at you. All of them are super naked. They're like,
Get it. Don't say any actual R-rated shit, bro.
Well, Anima just fucking died. Like, we're down a party member, guys.
okay,
Bye,
well,
guys.
roll me a con save with disadvantage.
Oh god.
Do disadvantage.
Yeah.
How?
Control. You hold control.
Control. Is it save?
Yeah,
Save and throw?
save and throw.
Not bad.
Not bad. It could be worse.
Could be worse.
Well, she passes out very quickly. But, yeah. Soup, you find a unconscious and, like, very naked Anima right outside your door.
Not what I imagined on a night stroll. Just take her back in and put her on the bed.
What time is it? Right? Like when that what happened?
By the time they get back, probably around, like, not that much time has passed. It's probably like 11:30.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow.
I
At least I
don't
get a good
imagine-
night's sleep.
I don't imagine I was a part of this.
No, probably not. I assumed you actually just left for the walk, and then you came back to find her like that.
Yeah. Anyways, at least I get some good rest.
Sure.
Yeah.
You wake up feeling very sore in a lot of places.
Anyways,
Anyways.
Anyways.
But if the rest of you don't do anything for the rest of the night, then there is.
Yeah,
Oh.
just sleep.
So I was cleaning my guns and shit for from till midnight.
Mhm.
Then I
You
did my
do-
trance thing for 4 hours.
Yeah, you do see Soup walk past you carrying Anima very gingerly.
He's like, Soup can just see me mouth the words. It's like, what the fuck? It's only been one day.
And I mouth the words, I have no clue.
Dad.
Like, can I just put my hands on my eyes and like it's time to turn in.
Alright.
And then I do my trance for 4 hours, and then I wake up and kind of. Is there a balcony?
There is.
So when I wake up like super early in the morning, I kind of just chill on the balcony.
Mhm.
And yeah, if maybe I notice anything I don't know.
Give me a perception check. As you glance out into the wider city. It is a beautiful city, and early in the morning, the activity that seems to be occurring is quite tame, considering how early you woke up. But actually, sorry, you rolled a 22? Okay.
Yeah, I have dark vision too. I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't matter. You do hear what sounds like. Actually, no, you wouldn't be able to hear that. Never mind. Yeah, you don't spot anything that seems out of the ordinary. You do see like a few guards patrolling the streets, but that's about it.
It's the pleasant morning. Okay. Do I get to watch the sunrise at least?
You do, and it is gorgeous. It rises over the treetops in the distance.
Wait, does the room have like? Oh, wait, that's stupid. I was gonna ask if there's a coffee maker.
No, there is no coffee maker.
Is there the ingredients to make coffee complimentary?
Yes, there are the ingredients to make coffee complimentary, and there is a stove of which there is wood inside that you can burn to make coffee.
Okay, so yeah, make the coffee. I make enough for everyone in the group. And then
Sure.
Kind of chill on the balcony.
Okay.
Eventually,
I wake up to the smell of coffee and
yes.
yeah, I
So-
come out and
When you finish a 8-hour rest period, remember that it is considered a short rest. So, if you want to, you can click a short rest on your character sheet.
I'm gonna assume we don't have to spend rations because we ate.
Yep.
Like, yeah, okay.
Is it morning?
Yes.
Okay. What are we doing?
Well, I'm more concerned about how you're feeling.
I'm fine, bro. You saw nothing. You saw nothing.
You know what? You're right. I saw nothing.
You saw nothing,
I,
bro.
I wish
You
to
don't-
wipe that from my memory. So you're
You
right.
didn't see anything. We don't talk about it.
So yes, if you're feeling okay enough, I figure we should have some quick breakfast and make our way towards the Queen's location. As we should probably try to get there at least somewhat early, as it's a new town and we don't want to get lost.
Yeah, I agree.
All
Best
right,
not
let's
to
go.
leave a bad first impression.
Of course.
Yeah, let's go.
Does the hotel have a continental breakfast, Jake?
As you wake up and go downstairs with an attempt to find a continental breakfast, there is none.
Yeah.
But it's
I
a
guess we
very
should-
nice hotel room. And before you guys checked out, a bottle of wine had appeared on top of one of the tables in the room.
What is it? The nice bottle of wine?
you look at it, and as you kind of hold the actual bottle itself, you see that the like translucent glass causes the inside of the bottle to almost shift color. What's your favorite color, Anima?
Light blue.
It shifts to the sky, the light blue of a beautiful morning sky, and kind of just begins to swirl around on the inside.
Who wants to hold on to this?
I wonder if the queen's a big drinker.
Alright, we'll give it to her.
Um,
I'll take it. Do I need to add it to my inventory?
You can, yes, if you want to. This is a bottle of elemental Shiraz.
Ooh.
How
How much is it
buy
worth?
it or
Uh,
If I had to ascertain, how much is that worth?
You're trying to determine how much this is worth? Sure, give me a... Let's see. Give me a
Arcana?
history check.
History, easy. 19.
From
what is
the
it called?
best...
Element.
I
Element.
typed it in chat.
Oh, okay.
From the best that you can tell, most sources would state this bottle itself to be probably around 60 to 70 gold by itself.
How do I add it?
You'd have to make a custom one yourself.
Oh, that sounds like too much work.
So go inventory, unlock your sheet, and
Yeah.
then under consumables, you can add. At the very bottom of the consumables section, there should be a button called add.
Oh, I see.
And then from there you
And
can
then edit.
edit the new consumable. Yeah. So yeah,
How much is it? You said?
it is worth 50 GP.
I'll just write 50 in the price. Why not? Since it gives me an option.
Sure.
Yep.
There we go.
Lever just mentions that's a pretty expensive bottle of wine.
Hog.
And as you put it down on the actual table itself, it slowly loses that light blue sheen that it had within and goes back to a more neutral, kind of flat palette.
I put it in my bag. We're gonna give it to the queen. If she likes it.
Sure.
Or we're just gonna hold on to it, you know.
That works. But eventually, all of you finish your morning duties. You have breakfast. And you depart, I'm guessing, for the Queen's quarters? For the Queen's castle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before we leave our room,
Mhm.
I'm assuming, since you said like the ceilings were so vaulted and stuff,
Yeah.
From our balcony, can I see the castle?
Yes.
Okay. It's clearly the tallest building in the whole hold, right? There's
Yeah.
nothing else. Okay.
Out of the city of Varela, you can definitely see that the center point is that castle. And that spire, it rises nearly like 400 feet into the sky. So you can see the castle. You can't really see the base of it because it's surrounded by so many other kind of castles and spires. So
What kind of battlements are there? Like, is it like heavily guarded?
from the best that you can tell, no, there doesn't seem to be an interior wall separating the castle from the actual city itself.
Okay. There's no like structural defense. Okay.
Doesn't look like it, no.
Okay.
It's beautiful,
Do we
though.
see any strange characters as we're leaving the hotel?
Give me a perception check.
Can I give one as well?
Certainly.
Damn, you are wise, sir.
Sheesh.
I just want to see the Minotaur.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to check.
As you guys are checking out, you see 4 Minotaurs in like full suits, like full tailored, absolutely prim and proper suits on, and there's also 2 other Minotaurs who are wearing what appears to be like kind of like long flowing dresses, and the 6 of them are kind of engaged in small talk just outside of the hotel.
I wave at them.
Yeah, one of them says,
You know them.
"Sorry,
I make the connection. I'm just like,
you doing okay?"
Yeah, that was
Okay.
great.
Good.
Thanks. Have a good one.
You too. No, she's braver than most.
Old friends, Anima? I don't know them.
Don't worry about it. You saw nothing. You saw nothing. Nothing happened, bro.
Alright, well,
I just
We,
smirk and look away.
Rub
We
my
carry on. We
temples.
carry on. We carry
we're in
on.
the lobby, right? Alright, we turn in our keys to the tiefling man.
Yeah, sure. He kind of takes them, looks at all of you. Thank you for your stay, and I hope you will visit us again.
Certainly do.
Thank you kindly.
Of course.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this location is a little new. We don't have breakfast. My apologies.
That's okay.
It's okay. We'll greatly
had a good
appreciate the
time.
Shiraz.
He kind of does a little bow. It is one of my favorite.
Mm.
Good taste.
I mean, do you guys want any?
I'd save it for later.
Alright,
Yeah,
sounds
let's save it.
good. Sounds good. Let's head over. Let's head over.
For our victory celebration when we don't die.
This is kind of how the city is laid out. As you guys get closer to the center, it gets, yeah, it looks more and more like this.
Ooh. Is it pretty busy as we're getting closer?
As you guys are getting closer, since it's relatively early in the morning, not too busy. You do see that there are some people here and there kind of going about their business. You see a few guards who are kind of carrying spears, and honestly, given that you guys are pretty experienced adventurers, just looking at these two guards, you think that you could probably beat both of them up in your sleep.
Mm.
It's no wonder we were sent to tackle this problem.
Now I know we're here, yeah.
They are poorly trained. One of them is holding his spear in a fashion that if he like trips, it's probably gonna stab him in the neck.
Can we talk to this guy, advise him a little?
Yeah, he
I tell him, hey, bro, you trip, that's gonna kill you.
he looks at you. What do you know? I've been a guard with this guard force for the last 6 years. I know what I'm doing.
6 years.
Can I persuade him that he's gonna die?
Sure, give me a persuasion check.
I thought you were gonna like trip him and make him fall.
Oh my god, just
I'm not
fucking
that
kill the
mean.
guy.
I'm not that mean. Come on.
The guys will teach you.
He
Can I-
looks
can I,
at
like,
you.
You know, I give him some very intellectual information about how to hold a spear.
He looks at you. He's like, oh shit, now that you mention it. Fucking I mean, the old man did mention it. That's how you're supposed to hold your weapon, you know? I mean, he's a fucking old fart. How's he supposed to know anything about anything? Because he's actually fought people. Fuck you. Okay, I'll
Alright.
hold my spear like this. He begins holding his spear like kind of properly.
Good enough.
If he trips, he's not going to stab himself in the neck. That's the most
That's the
important part.
important.
Yes.
Alright, thank you.
About 30 steps later, you do see him trip.
Whew.
I should have just left him alone.
And he goes, ow, 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 ow.
Anyways.
Yeah.
You have a plus 13 to charisma? God damn.
I told you I threw
Riz.
everything in charisma.
Riz full.
I gotta use it.
She got that
Is there like a-
riz.
On the way to the castle, Jake, is there like a street merchant selling like an apple or something?
Sure. I'll say that there is a street merchant selling candied apples.
Is it like a food market in general? Or?
Like a food market?
Yeah, it's like a small early morning market for, various a variety of different sweets. You see one man selling candy floss. You see one dragonborn woman trying to peddle off some cherries coated in honey. It's quite a nice place. It's a small market.
I'll grab a bunch of cherries. Just eat them along the way to the castle.
They are honestly delicious. The cherries are pretty freshly
Look.
picked.
Hand some over.
And
No, I'll share. I'll share it with the group.
yeah, I'll say you get enough for the entire group for like a gold piece.
All right.
It's like,
Thank
guys,
you,
check
lover.
this out.
Much appreciated.
All right,
Fly.
on the way. Let's go.
And you continue advancing forwards towards the castle, of which you all eventually make it to. You can see that the kind of entrance to the castle is underneath this large arch, within what appears to be a large wooden door stands there. And as all of you approach, you can see like a younger woman, probably early 20s, kind of approach and says, "Halt! What business do you have in the castle?"
Can we show them the paper?
Yep. She takes a look at it, reads it. Okay. Wait here. I will go get Alvin. And she disappears.
Hmm.
I guess now that we're up close, how does the overall condition of the castle look like? Is it still?
The condition of the castle, honestly, pretty well maintained. Even now, you can see that, there's some people kind of wandering about. One person who looks like some sort of like stonemason or something is literally walking around with what appears to be a bucket of some sort and just kind of like scrubbing off some dirt and things of the actual marble stone.
Hmm. Actually, from the image, the arch you're describing would be on like the left-hand side of the base of the castle.
Yes.
Just curious. Okay, I see it.
But after about 6 or 7 minutes, all of you kind of watch as two figures approach from the other side of the doors as they're slowly pushed open, and on the interior walks out the female guard as well as a man. You see this kind of like dark, broody man wearing long dark cloak, like a trench coat that goes just past his knees, and he kind of walks up towards all of you, his pale skin. Are you the mercenary group I hired?
I presume
Yeah.
you must be Alvin.
He looks at you. Yeah, Alvin, Laz. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Pleasure's all mine. I assume that we should get right down to business.
Yes, if we could. The longer this trouble goes on, the more likely there are people to move away from Varela. Come. He kind of gestures inside towards the actual castle doors.
Well, assume we just follow.
As all of you kind of follow, he leads you down a few different hallways, past some stairs, past another small hallway, going in through a door, and within is what appears to be a small kind of war chamber of some sort. He points out to all the seats for all of you and kind of gestures. Alright, I've got a bit of a presentation that I've prepared with all the evidence, interesting information, or anything else that might be of use to all of you in ensuring that this threat is eliminated. So, as I'm sure you're all aware, Varela is extremely safe. But there's a reason for that. And the reason is we keep it very safe. The Queen herself constructed a magical field around the city itself as well as the close surroundings, so that if anything had ill intent, they would not be able to get in. It's magical, you see, and they're not supposed to be able to. But something has either broken through that shield with no ill intent, or they were powerful enough to break through the barrier and just simply stroll through. So, that's why we couldn't handle it ourselves. We need all of you to assist. This is a mission you're willing to undertake.
What's the reward?
10,000 gold pieces per person, as well as 3 magical items.
I'm
Magical items.
This will be an extremely extremely dangerous job. There's a reason the reward is so high. If something is capable of breaking through the barrier that Her Majesty has created, then it could be incredibly, incredibly dangerous.
It's what I'm here to do.
Or
Mhm.
adventures.
It'll be
Excellent.
the first
Willing to
time
hedge the
I.
risks.
This is a unanimous decision. You all look to the corner where you see your companion, Vrock. He looks, nods, before
What
going
are-
back to comatose state.
What's the 3 magical items?
I'm going to be providing 6 of them to you. 3 of them you can keep permanently, and 3 of them you can borrow for the meantime to get the job done.
I was just about to ask. That is much appreciated.
You can't take all of them because some of them are still required.
Understandable, but anything to make the job easier is always welcome.
Good. Yeah, let's present you with the choices then, and then while you're pondering over that, I can give you the details of the actual job.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I caught a fairly glimpse of the issue from some people in one of the taverns.
Yes, I'm sure they've
Yeah.
spoken about it down there. It's not exactly subtle, to say the least.
One thing in common is that no one really has any real idea of what it could be.
No, I'm sure they don't. All right. Here you go. He kind of snaps his fingers, and you see a small illusion appear in front of him, and 6 small items begin to kind of rotate in front of him. First of all, these are the artillery braces. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna change something really quickly.
Steven.
Yes.
Free bird music, please. It's rotating.
Right. So, does this work? Should please work. Okay, but he kind of looks at all of you. Let's introduce these items then. These are the artillery braces. Essentially, they allow you to, when you're shooting an arrow or projectile or some sort of weapon that is ranged attack, it gives you additional damage, additional chance to hit, and something else. It gives you another additional bonus on top of that additional bonus if you use your action to activate it. Or sorry, bonus action to activate it. This is no longer him talking, I'm talking mechanically for you now. And essentially, it has an active effect. So here. Does that show to you?
I don't
No.
see anything.
I don't see anything.
No.
Oh,
Oh.
I see it
Oh,
now.
I did.
Now I see it.
Yeah, it looks poggers.
Yes. Made for an elf like me.
It's made for an
Is
elf
anyone
like
a
me.
ranger? I don't remember who shoots.
I shoot.
I
Okay,
shoot
it's all
too.
yours.
There's 2 of
I
them
think
that shoots. Well, technically
2 of
3
them.
actually.
There's 2 of them mainly shoot, and then I shoot a little.
You shoot. Okay.
Let's see what other stuff is there, and then we
Yeah,
can decide.
yeah. Let's see. There's 6 items in total, so there should be something for everyone.
We can only take 3 though.
Yeah, but
No, we can take
battle
6 temporarily, though, you said, right?
temporarily. Yeah.
I thought it was
No,
only
no,
half
no.
temporarily.
You can only take 3 temporarily, and then at the very end, out of the 6, you can choose 3 to keep.
Oh.
Oh, so we
okay.
can't take all 6 right now
No,
and
you
then
cannot.
pick 3 after? Okay. I see.
What?
Okay, continue on with the items.
Right. He kind of shuffles the illusion around, and in front of you appears to be this long, kind of almost just piece of splintered wood that looks like it's been burning for too long. And he says this is a staff of flames. It essentially allows you to cast a variety of fire-based spells using it. It's incredibly powerful, and you have to be very careful. The Staff of Flames.
Fire and cold damage. That's good.
We don't have any magic users either, though.
Aren't you our magic user, Mina?
Not really. I'm more like a support bro.
Yeah, support the casts.
I'll think about it. Carry on.
Next, he brings out a set of boots, and he's less boots, more anklets, and just a decorated set of golden anklets. He kind of basically says that using this, you can basically teleport from one location to another by going through the ethereal plane. And it can increase your walking speed.
Mm-hmm.
The ethereal anklets of speed.
Oh yeah, and you can't end your turn within an object. That's nice. Cool.
How far can you teleport?
It's not actually a teleport.
Oh, like you just go into a different
It's like your
dimension.
walking speed. Yeah.
It moves you into the ethereal plane before you come back.
Okay, so like creatures have a harder time hitting you unless they do a certain type of damage.
Yes.
Can you use this to disengage?
Yes, because you are on another plane of existence, you cannot be hit. Technically.
Okay. That is very cool.
All right. Next, he brings out three other weapons, actually. He brings out a bow, a recurve bow,
Ooh.
and kind of
Curvo?
he shows it all to you, and it appears to be this beautifully kind of carved, almost like taloned bow, where you can see aspects of an entire dragon kind of decorated within the entire bow itself. And kind of shows it off and says that this weapon basically has the ability that, you can, after a certain amount of hits, you can choose to kind of add specific types of damage to your attack. So that is the Dragon's Breath.
Okay, so that's going to Lever, right?
That looks really cool.
It
That
is
looks really
fucking
cool.
tick, man. He additionally brings forth what appears to be a rapier. Known as the freezing. Oh, sorry, a longsword, not a rapier. And yeah, it is.
Proficiency.
It is a dangerous longsword, and basically, this is actually built for a paladin, but I don't think you guys have a paladin.
Do you need to be a paladin to use it?
No. But if you're a paladin or a warlock, it makes it a lot easier.
I see.
Because essentially what it does...
Warlock or anything.
Because what it does is essentially allows you to smite.
Consumes a 4th level spell slot or lower.
Yep.
Okay.
And last but not least, a legendary set of twinned short swords. Essentially, they kind of grant a bunch of random bonuses to you if you are using both of them. The Twin Blades of Elat. I will give you guys a moment to read through those while I go use the washroom.
Alright, enjoy.
So, how do you guys want to...
I can't really use any of these except maybe the ankles.
And we can only keep 3, or like use 3.
We
I
can only
guess.
use 3. So what would be the most useful?
The ankles, the speed ankles are pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
Probably
just gonna
someone
read.
can get good use of the bracers as well, right?
Yeah, I think either me or who has a shotgun.
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you have a what's it called? That one feat, right? That makes your you get like a -5, but then plus
Yeah.
10 damage or something.
Yeah.
I think the bracers would go really well with that because it gives you like +2 to attack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. And I didn't read through the wall of text for the bow, but
Yeah, I'm going through it right now.
It's like a bunch of different effects, so it's not bad, but like you'd have to know when to use which one, kind of.
I think we should for sure take the anklets because they can save someone's life.
Yeah, for sure. Can you like
Well,
bring
yeah,
other
let's-
people into the plane or no?
I don't think so.
Okay.
An object.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think you
Yeah.
can. It's just
Well,
you
you
can't do anything.
You
if
can,
it
but
exited.
you take damage.
Yeah.
When you end your turn in the not okay,
Yeah,
not when you're
exactly.
inside an object, but you can just be inside that plane.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
This-
Okay, so
this-
definitely
Well, we
ankles.
could ask him when he comes back.
Yeah, definitely ankles.
Well, I only see the damage when you're inside an object.
Exactly.
Yeah.
1d10 is not an ignorable amount of damage either.
Could be useful for you to sneak behind things and stab in the
Absolutely.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Though I don't, unless we're in like a big open field, I don't think I need it to sneak past things.
I don't think you need it, but somebody else could who's a
Yeah.
little less stealthy.
I think not even stealthy, just like survivability.
Yeah.
Like who can like revive people in this
Cleric. The
yeah,
cleric.
cleric.
I got nothing, bro. I thought we'd
I
have a
have-
cleric.
I have I think a level 2 aid spell that can do
I
it.
have healing ward. I just have one healing spell.
I
Yeah,
have
that-
20
that-
potions.
I should have bought more potions.
I'd give it to like the healer, so they can just run around and dodge.
I wish
This
we could.
bow looks interesting. You,
Sure,
you
we
just
can give it to
you
Bob.
like randomize an effect.
There are a lot
Oh,
of
you
people
don't
in here that
pick.
can use bows.
It
But
says
it's-
roll a d8
Oh,
and
it's a
use the
roll.
following table to determine the damage type.
Oh, I didn't realize it was a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you-
gotcha time.
Yeah, it's a gotcha
Actually, you know
bow.
I'm back. I heard gotcha,
Can you
bro.
end your turn in the ethereal plane with the ankle?
For the anklets?
Yes.
No.
It doesn't.
Well,
you
sorry,
can't.
1 second. I'm gonna double check.
It doesn't say that you can't. It just says you can't be in a object. So I assume it's house rules.
No, sorry. It should say that when you end your turn, you return to the material plane.
I see. I still think it's good. Regardless.
Honestly, yeah, I think the dragon's breath might be a little better than my. This is a magic item too, Jake.
All of these are magical.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. When you end your turn, you return to the material plane. There you go.
Okay. What do you guys think?
Ankle
Ankles,
definitely.
braces.
We definitely don't need the staff or the freeze. Unfortunately.
No, I don't think anyone has good use for it.
Yeah.
So probably the bracers and then dragon's breath.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Can
so.
no one use the sword or the twin blades?
Yeah.
I-
What about those two? I didn't.
I
read
think
through them.
people
I might be able
can.
to use the twin blades actually. Let me.
Nick, what are you again?
I'm a fighter.
Emir? Fighter.
Yeah, I'm a fighter.
I think
I think the other things are more important though for people.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, that's our decision then, Jake.
All right. So the anklets,
Anklets,
bracers.
bracers, and the dragon's breath.
the dragon's breath. Very good.
I gotta close my wall of text.
Same. Close. Is there a way to drag this into our inventory?
1 second. So you're taking the
Okay.
bracers, the anklets, and the dragonfire.
Yeah.
Or sorry, dragon. Whatever. Fuck. Oh, here it
Do
is.
you have to manually, I guess, do the calculations for them?
No. Most of it should be included. With the dragon's breath, you will have to. I think you'll have to do like the damage thing yourself, but
Yeah, the D8 or whatever.
yeah, because it
changes.
changes. It goes from a D6 to a D4 to yeah. So like,
That's
yeah.
okay. I can read.
Yep.
It is fun.
You should now be able to actually see that under items above offensive and defensive. There should be a
I
mid-leveled
see.
and a high-leveled. One has the
I
Dragon's
have
Breath,
the-
and the other two have the Artillery
I see.
Bracers and Ethereal Anklets of Speed.
Who wants to take who? What? So the bracers goes to. Is it Asher?
Sure, yeah, I can take it.
And then
I'll get the Dragon's Breath.
I would give the anklets to the healer, like you suggested, but they're not here. I mean, they're here.
They're here.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
They're here in spirit.
We'll
and
hold
physically.
on to them until.
I mean, you can wear them for now, and then
Okay,
Yeah.
when they're not brain dead, you can give it back.
Yeah. Keep them warm for the healers.
Sure.
I was gonna say either super. I could use them to engage, like melee,
Yeah,
and then
or
run
super.
away.
Yeah. Either or. As long as someone's using them.
Soup, do you want them?
I think
you could use them pretty well.
You could. I think it would be more effective on you
Okay, Nick. I mean, Amir, take them.
because I already have options to sneak in and out,
Uh,
whereas you do
okay.
not.
I have a door. I can teleport technically.
Okay, I'll take the bracelet.
Ankles.
The leg wear.
All right.
Okay.
Now what?
I guess we get some more details. Well, I guess is Alwyn still there?
Yeah. He's just kind of leaning against the side of the room, waiting for you guys to decide.
We made our decision. Can you tell us more?
Which 3 items have you decided on?
Dragon's Breath, Artillery Bracers, and Ethereal Anklets of Speed.
Done. He snaps his fingers, and you can see in front of you, on top of the table, 3 appears as they slowly kind of lower onto the actual table itself. Now, as a recommendation, 2 things. Be very careful with them. They're not very easily destructible, but they are prone to being lost. Keep them on your person. We'd like them returned when you're done. If those 3 are the ones that you wish to keep, then I would still like to see the job done before you return them to us. And second, don't tell the population that there's a field that generates that prevents the monsters from approaching.
Why is that? Why not?
They don't need to know.
But what's the harm?
The Queen likes to keep it a secret that she's the one who's ensuring everyone's safety. Plus, if an outside force were to know, or were to get to know, then all of a sudden, it puts the Queen's life in much more danger than it should be.
Fair enough. Good point.
If
We'll
someone
keep
were
that in
to
our pocket.
If someone were to return with, at that moment, no ill intent to the Queen, or just in total no ill intent to the Queen, but somehow still manages to get into the barrier, they could still kill her. And unfortunately, the majority of the guards are worthless.
We saw that.
Yeah,
Say that again.
can confirm.
I have a question.
Hmm?
Why do you guys have like a really poorly trained guard?
What do you mean? We have no reason to keep a properly trained guard. For those
what's
of
the
them,
purpose?
Safety breeds complacency, it seems.
something like that. But for any we do want to hire who do actually want to participate in a well-trained and well-stocked garrison with, captains and whatnot that are capable of doing their jobs, then tend to go to other places. Well, 1, other places pay better, and 2, they actually have a chance at conflict, a chance to practice their skills. Here, there is none. There's no reason.
Well, let's hope that after this event is resolved, more resources are put in towards mitigating these risks.
Of course. We have backups and other things prepared, just in case should something unpredictable happen.
Okay, that's reassuring to know. So, regarding our task,
Yes, do tell us about more details.
There's been one, two creatures, a set of creatures that have been assaulting the edges of our borders, the farms at the very edges. Some of them have been broken into. Some of them feel threatened within their own homes, when in reality they shouldn't. They're still within the field. They should be fine. But something has gotten in. At first, it was minor things, scratching at night, things that are sounding strange and suspicious, but no real damage. And it became more and more, and eventually, a woman lost her leg, and dozens of animals have gone missing. Blood found near their scene of disappearance. You can only presume that whatever this thing is, it does not have the best interests of the city at heart. We want you all to find it and destroy it. It's just one. If there are more, find the nest, root it out.
do you have any people that patrol the perimeters of the city, maybe like scout the nearby forest? Have they reported anything, any logs?
There has been a few things sighted. We have familiars that can traverse the woods and observe things, but only a few have even spotted anything. It's at night, it's difficult for them to get around, and they're easier to spot. But one of them did see something like this. He kind of snaps his fingers again, and you can see the illusion in his hand that used to be the weapons kind of hovering over them is now kind of transformed and disappears before reappearing into this kind of dark and blurry image. It's basically the Bigfoot image, except it seems to be something on four legs.
Oh god.
It was impossible to determine what this was, but it looks to be something with a semi-humanoid shape. 2 arms, 2 distinctive legs here. It has a head, pronounced, though it looks like there's some sort of helmet or shell or something along its spine. And here you can see that it obviously has a tail, though any more than that is impossible to tell.
Am I able to like identify what kind of creature it might be based off of that? Or...
It's really, really hard, but you can give me a nature check. Or survival. It's up to you.
Could I get in on that too?
Yes, you can. Anybody who sees this image can certainly try.
Wait, I'm just trying to see if I have any feature effects for that. Would favored enemy help me out in this, Jake?
Sorry, favorite enemy?
Yeah.
What does favorite enemy do specifically?
Studying
Choose a type
tracking
of favorite
something.
enemy. What type have you chosen?
I don't know. Let's go with I'll pick a humanoid,
Okay.
dragon, and a beast.
Dragon
just-
and beast. Okay.
Yeah.
And for humanoid, you get to pick 2 types.
Oh, I'll pick human.
Human, okay. What's the other one? You get 2.
Dragon and beast.
No. Like humanoids, you get 2 types of humanoids that you could pick.
It's alternatively. Okay, so humanoid, so human, and let's say orc.
Alright. Human and Knock. Sounds good.
I will roll for. You said nature?
Yep, and this feature specifically would not help you.
Ah, okay, fair enough. 11.
Okay. The three of you taking a look at it and just like. It could be a cow. It could be a fucking minotaur. It could be a large variety of things, honestly.
Minotaur?
Jesus Christ. It is difficult to really tell what it could be. But there's thousands of different options, and unfortunately you're not able to narrow it down. We couldn't tell what it was either, and we've done our fair share of research. We've tried, and we've sought out various scholars. Nothing useful.
Do you happen to know where the common sightings and strange things are occurring?
Yes, it's to the northwest of town. Directly outside of it, there's a few different farms that you can investigate of where we've heard reports of similar things, but I'm not sure it's limited to the edges of I'm not sure it's limited to just that area. There's a possibility that whatever it is that decides to come in and investigate our little stretch of the woods is willing to go to the other side. It seems, at the very least from what we can tell, intelligent enough. How intelligent, we can't tell.
That it is coming from the direction of the woods.
Vaguely, yes. And this picture was captured in the woods, so...
And you mentioned this is mainly active at nighttime. Do you happen to know, like, are we talking early night, midnight, late, or like early morning?
A specific time zone? I'm unfortunately not aware. It could be any time during the night, so long as it's dark.
Okay. Well then, it's pretty evident that there's not much information, and whatever I learned in the tavern is pretty much all. Yeah. It's,
There was that one thing that they said, Lever mentions, something about an abandoned farmhouse having a ghost in it.
you're
Could be
right.
something to look into.
I just wrote that off as probably being superstition or something silly, but might be worth checking out considering we don't have much to go off to begin with.
Who was the picture snapped by? I'm assuming it's like a magical image from someone's memory.
This was specifically
Can I ask
snapped by my familiar.
Okay.
They were searching in the woods, trying to find any traces of this creature. We were going after it after we were told it was spotted near the northwest. I sent out my pseudo dragon and attempted to find it. Unfortunately, it lost us very quickly. It seemed to have been quick on its feet.
I see. And the image was snapped at the edge of the woods or within the woods itself? Within the woods proper?
Just within the woods.
Okay.
Maybe 300-400 meters, no more than that.
Okay.
Less than 900 feet for the Americans. Hey, Esther.
Hello.
Vrock is with the party right now, but here is the general summary of what has happened so far. You guys have gone to the city of Varela, and essentially were hired by the Queen to take care of some interesting pests in the woods. And they had gone to a tavern, heard some rumors about said pests and about something else. Did some visiting. They went to a fancy hotel, and then are now basically getting briefed by the council. Or sorry, not the council. One of the council members of the Queen's Council, a man named what was his name?
Alvin?
Alvin, that's the one. Yeah,
Got
Alvin.
it.
He has given you guys 3 magical items that you can work with, and the rest is history. And he's basically said that, yeah, there's some sort of strange beast that is on the edge of the forest to the northwest, attacking the farmers, kind of harassing them. Before one of the women when like an older woman lost her leg, there wasn't any evidence of like real dangerous attacks. But around when that happened, and just before, there was several animals that kind of disappeared, as well as traces of blood.
Okay.
But yeah, you're currently kind of in conversation with.
Okay, I've just been eerily quiet since then, I guess. I
Mhm.
suppose.
This is drooling.
Jake said you were drooling. I don't know. He's fine hearing you, honestly.
No, I was like, yeah, just sleeping with my eyes open and moving along. Yeah, sure.
What do you guys think? I think we should. Wait, Jake, is the time on like accurate?
No, it is not.
So what's the time right now?
It is probably like 9-10 a.m.
Okay.
I don't
Here.
really for anything to show up then, right?
You guys want to start with the woman?
Yeah, we should talk to the old woman first and maybe get some other eyewitness accounts.
I don't know. I
And
agree.
after that, if there's still time, I think we can venture about into the forest and kind of see if we can find any tracks or marks of this creature.
I agree with Asher. Start with the woman, then investigate the area.
Alright. Best of luck. I hope your investigation is fruitful.
So we will try to remain in touch with you and provide you with regular updates.
Good.
Right. Could you be so kind and point us to where the poor woman may be staying?
She's staying at a field hospital just inside the city's walls, near the edge to the northwest. Yeah, it should be relatively easy to find. There's only one field hospital in that area.
Perfect. That's where we shall begin then.
Okay.
Thank you, Alvin.
Of course. Good luck. As all of you kind of trail out one by one, taking your newly acquired magical items in tow, and back into the actual town proper. Oh, sorry. The reward for completing this was 10,000 gold each, and it would be decided that you guys would keep 3 of the magical items permanently, of the 6 that you were given the choice of.
Oh.
Yeah.
Vrock, I have something for you. You weren't quite responsive before, but I take out the bracelets and
They're
give them to him.
anklets.
Anklets.
You weren't
Really
quite
for?
responsive before.
I'm sorry. I'm just when I start praying to my god, time passes.
It's all good, buddy. Just make sure you don't doze off in the more hectic times of the day.
Everything all right though? IRL, sorry.
IRL, fine. It's okay. It is.
Okay,
It is what it is. It's fine. But yeah.
Sorry to break character. Alright, go on.
No worries. Thank you though. What are the anklets for?
As you see, it can actually transport you to the astral plane. And allow
Ethereal.
you for easy traversal around the ethereal plane, easy traversal around the battlefield, and you can actually become intangible and pass through objects. We figured you'd use them the best, seeing as you're here to provide aid and resuscitate those in danger.
Fair.
Also,
I'll
wait,
hold
Jake.
them for now.
Do I know if Vrock's god is one of the 5?
Vrock would have told you, I'm assuming, because you guys have been companions for quite a while. Vrock, what would they know?
Which ones are the 5 again? I needed to double check on that real quick.
It's under the gods section. If you want to go look through the journals, old gods. There you go.
Oh god.
So there is a total of 5, like regularly prayed to gods, and then there is Hadvir, which is the Forger of Worlds. He is known to be the dwarvish god, and the dwarves only worship him. Typically, at the very least.
You do know that the basically the god that he does follow is Kavadi.
Okay.
Mediator.
Okay, yeah, I have no qualms about handing these over then at all.
Yeah. Kavadi is known as the true neutral god.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take him and kind of give him a look over, and as everybody's kind of continuing towards the old woman, I'll just spend some time and see. It requires attunement. I'll spend some time to attune to it if I can. If it takes a little bit longer than that, I'll just put him in my bag for now.
It'll probably take a little bit longer. It will require you guys to actually be like doing something downtimey or staying in the same place.
Sounds good. Then if that's the case, I'll just put him in my bag for now. You'll see me just do so.
Yep.
Sorry, what are the attunement rules, Jay?
So it requires spending an hour with the item to attune to it.
Ooh, I've not done that. Let me just remove that.
Real quick, not to derail any further, but could I have like a really quick description of everybody since we've been traveling together?
Yes. Each of you can give your character a little bit of a description. Why don't we start with Anima?
I'm a half elf bard. Yeah, I have a high. Yeah, Riz.
Half elf bard with Riz.
I don't know. Somebody else spoke.
Lever is a Shatterkai elf and a Gloomstalker ranger.
Okay.
Amir is a human fighter, Battlemaster subclass, something of a duelist.
Mm-hmm.
Supai is a Supai, thief, rogue, halfling, short.
So that's tall halfling, 6 foot.
Tall halfling, so like 4'10".
The tallest.
Asher is a wood elf, gunslinger, kind of just a serious guy.
Okay. And I realize I haven't described my character yet. So, Vrock is 7 foot tall. He is huge, built like a brick, has heavy armor, and a big hammer. And is the cleric of the group. He heals people.
You fit right in.
He also revives people. Let's go.
Yeah.
One of the few.
Can I climb your shoulders, please?
There are spikes on the shoulder pads, so I don't know. You could probably fit between the spikes.
This can combine into one.
I'm having flashbacks.
I wonder to what.
What? To what?
No, not that.
Okay.
I'm talking about a previous Disney bro stop.
Okay.
What did she say?
What did she say?
Anyways.
Okay, but as you
Alright.
guys kind of traverse throughout the town, is there anything else that you would like to do before you head to the field hospital?
Nothing
Uh,
over here.
Not something like we're specifically doing, but I'm playing my viol while we're heading over for fun.
Actually, can I actually ask the Queen's Aid? Can we get some sort of official royal seal, like something that would officiate us? Anywhere in the town?
Or what? What exactly do you need one for?
Some sort of royal seal. Perhaps we need to get somewhere, or proof of employment, perhaps.
You can give me a persuasion check.
Should have asked me to do it.
He kind of looks at you. Looks at that. I don't think there's any need for that, considering the majority of your exploration should be outside of the city.
Fair.
If I don't mean to interrupt, but I believe it might help us get information out of any eyewitnesses. They might not trust any outsiders like us, but if we have the approval of the Queen, then perhaps they'd be more willing to share any details.
You can give me another persuasion check, this time at disadvantage.
Fuck.
He looks at you. No.
Alright, I guess we're just barging into the hospital, guys.
If you ask nicely, there's 100% chance they will let you in to see her.
If you say so, bro.
All right then, Alvin Laws. I guess we'll take our leave then.
I have one more request, if you would be so kind.
You can see him cross his arms.
Would you be able to provide me with some working capital so that I may procure items such as any traps, lures, anything that might be like useful for our investigation?
Very well. Here's $200. 200 gold up front for all of you. And get the rest 9,800 when you complete the job. But also, don't be financially irresponsible. I don't know how you landed at 0. But the rest of your group should be able to provide for you as well.
I'd like to operate on a tight budget, but your kindness is greatly appreciated.
Shall we?
As you're walking
think-
away, what's everyone's perception modifier?
Mine is like
Very
with the
high.
0.
6.
+2.
mine is plus 12.
+4.
Mine's +6.
Well, Asher, you would definitely hear just underneath his breath, I hope I haven't made a grave mistake with all of these people. As he walks back.
Kind of just let us smirk a little bit.
Before all of you make your way to the field hospital. And as you kind of make your way to the actual edge of the city, and you see there is a variety of different, like, smaller kind of tents and things like set up. The field hospital is less a field hospital and more just like 2 tents. You see sitting outside of one of the tents is what appears to be like an older gnomish gentleman, kind of sitting maybe 4 feet tall at best, and sitting on top of a bench, and you can see he's currently holding what appears to be like the severed hand of like maybe a 16-year-old boy who's currently sitting there trying his best not to scream out in pain, and like he's just holding his arm, or sorry, the severed hand to the stump, and is just slowly casting some sort of magic as all of you walk up. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me finish this. And you see.
Take your,
Oh, go ahead.
take your time, sir. We're not in a particular hurry.
Is there any roll I can make to see what type of magic they're casting right now?
Certainly. Give me an Arcana roll.
Nope. Great.
Alright. As you kind of look at it, it looks to be some sort of healing magic, because you can definitively tell that the hand, which had previously been completely severed, like a very clean cut, is now having like bits of the actual tissue and sinew slowly connect back up to the stump that is being kind of held there. And over the course of the next minute or so, you see, alright, okay, son, I want you to be very, very careful with that hand. Don't move it too much. And don't fucking drop an axe on it again. Thanks, sir. I won't do that again. Thanks. And he just runs off. Turns back to the rest of you, kind of scoots around on his chair. What can I do for all of you fine, tall folk today? Except for you. You're still really tall for a halfling.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Y'all just gonna stare at me expectantly, or what?
We've been tasked to investigate some recent attackings. We were wondering if we could talk to-
Shit. Yeah, you're talking about Joyce. Yeah, her and her severed leg. Yeah.
Is there any chance we could talk to her? We just want to try to get more information to help us with our mission.
Yeah, sure. Come on in. I think she's awake. I just fed her some soup about an hour or so ago. Hey, Joyce, you awake? Yeah. Alright, I'm coming in. Kind of moves aside the tent flap and gestures towards all of you to come inside. And as all of you come inside, and kind of glance around, it is a relatively clean environment, and you see what appears to be like 6 small, like wooden beds that have been set up to be kind of like stretchers or places where people could rest. All of them are empty except for the closest one to the front, and you see an older woman, probably like mid-50s, late 60s or early 60s, just sitting in there, like white graying hair tied up in a bun. She just kind of sits up. Hello. Hello? She kind of looks around at all of you. You're all very pretty, young, charming people.
Right, let's get on with it. What do we need to ask her?
We sorry, one second.
I'll leave you guys to it. Don't hurt her. I will hurt you back 10 times worse. Thank you.
Sorry, if you don't mind, sir, if we can talk outside. I have some questions for you as well.
Sure.
Are we splitting, or are we?
Yeah,
Or-
which one do you want to go first?
Are you just gonna talk to him first, like later, or?
We can do the inside first.
Okay.
Okay, inside group.
We were assigned to investigate and hopefully deal with some recent happenings in this area. We're wondering if we could have a little more information, maybe as somebody who's been affected.
Oh, you're talking about my leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see what bits of information I can provide.
Yeah, tell us what you can remember from the incident.
Well, I was out a little bit later than I probably should have been. I was clearing my garden of weeds, You see, it's hard to do that anymore. My husband, he's passed away last year, and I've been trying to take care of the farm in his stead. Oh,
I'm sorry to hear that.
oh, we're getting about that age. It's okay. And my son has disappeared off to go adventuring, so I no longer know where he is either. But I was pulling some weeds. I heard a noise in the nearby bushes. They weren't too tall, but they could be tall enough that you could crouch in them, I guess. And then, some sort of... mm, Sorry, it's a bit of a blur, but a creature with two eyes and weird armor plates all over its entire body kind of came out of the bushes. It, it, it looked at me, and I tried to slowly back away, but before I could even notice, my leg. She kind of points down, and you can see that she kind of uncovers the blanket, and then missing completely from her left knee down is just empty space. It clawed my leg off. I fell over and started screaming, and it left. I'm not sure why.
Is there any way we can take a closer look at the wound?
You'll have to ask the doctor. I don't think it's a good idea to remove the bandages.
And the creature just left you there? After?
I didn't see it after my leg was gone. I couldn't. I was face first in the mud.
What of the leg?
I don't think they found it. Yeah, this will be terribly difficult to get to my husband's grave now.
Was there anything else? Any defining sounds, noises that you could hear?
Now that you mention it, yes, there was this strange, almost clicking that came out of the bushes. I think it may have originated from the creature. It was fast, and I could smell... I'm not sure why, but it reminded me of just rotting vegetables.
And when the creature left, was there anything that you would remember?
I was unconscious after just a minute or so from the blood loss. Or that's what they tell me.
I'm glad they found you okay. I'm sorry about your leg.
I'm glad that I'm still around. Though I may have to sell the farm. I don't think I can take care of it anymore.
That is
Well.
unfortunate, but we do thank you for your information.
Of course, I don't want this to happen to anybody else.
The doctor seems very capable with his healing magics. Has he mentioned anything about potentially healing the wound?
He said he couldn't fix the leg unless they found the other portions of it. He can bind the missing parts together, but he can't create new parts. So, unfortunately, I think I'm stuck in a wheelchair.
What do I know about prosthetics of the time?
Give me a medicine check. There are very basic prosthetics. Like peg legs were often known. Like small hook hands, and or sometimes not even a hook. It's just like a small grabbing like a claw, a grabbing implement. So it can be used. They exist, but they're very inconvenient. And a lot of the times, especially with her advanced age, it's probably not the best idea.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of look at her a little bit, and with kind of what they mentioned, just it is unfortunate that they couldn't find the leg. I apologize for the predicament that you're in.
Oh, that's okay. It's not your fault.
If you are looking for any sort of retribution, however, that is what we're here for.
That would be good. I just don't want anyone else to be hurt like me.
Well, does anybody else have any other questions?
Where was the exact place you were attacked?
Northwest of town. My farm is currently, there's no one else there. It'll be easy to find. She kind of gives you the general location of where her farm is, and you think that you can pretty confidently say you will be able to find it once you actually get out to the field.
Okay, is it like rather, after kind of listening to her directions, is it rather close to the forest? It's like kind of like
Yeah, it's actually pretty close to the
okay.
Like, just from her general description alone, you can tell that her farm itself, the edge, or sorry, the actual farmhouse itself was probably within 100 meters of the forest.
Okay. Then I'm done with my questions. Thank you so much for your time.
I'll let you enjoy your soup. And we'll take our leave now and let you rest, hopefully recover.
Thank you.
Alright, are we talking to the doctor then?
Yeah, as you kind of turn around, the doctor looks up. Alright, what do you want to talk about?
Right. So I presume that you were the one that treated this lady.
Yep, I did my best. I sealed up the wound, well, for the most part. The bandages and the gauze is going to cover it, and she's probably going to heal, but, that leg's gone. I can't bring that back.
Do you think you can describe the wound in a bit of detail?
Honestly, it was gruesome when I first saw it. The bandages that were applied were kind of crude and not very well done. But I suppose it was a good job. It was a well enough job that it saved her. It was ugly. It was real ugly. You know that kid that I just treated? An axe fell on his hand. It didn't hit any bone, but it went straight through the ligaments. Right?
Hmm.
Clean cut, easy to fix. Nothing missing. Her? She must have been in mind-shattering pain because one of her bones, her femur, was snapped in half. It wasn't a claw that ripped her arm off, or leg off. It was blunt force. The weakest joint gave out, which was her knee. The bottom of the leg is gone, and her femur was snapped in half. I've tried to clean it up and kind of fix everything I could, but her femur's never going to be the same. Not that it matters, there's no lower leg to stand on.
So you say it was just pure blunt force, no clean sweep, huh?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a cut.
Were there any other injuries, major or minor, that she had sustained? It could be physical, magical, mental.
Nothing else that I could see. The mental, she's probably scarred for life. Well, you know.
Yeah, I assume that part. I was thinking maybe there was like some effects that the creature might have cast upon her, but
Maybe. But I wouldn't be able to tell.
So from the wound itself, the one thing that you could tell, though, would it be safe to say that the wound wasn't made from natural weapons? Not a bite, not a claw.
Honestly, it looked like... how would I even put it? It looked like an orc took a massive, blunt, maul to her knee.
Something like this? And I'll just, take my Morning Star out from behind me and show him.
Much more blunt, but yeah.
Understandable.
But I'm going to be honest, I don't think anything is strong enough to do that. There's some incredible force that went into it. Whatever did this, whatever did that to her, though she is of a bit of an advanced age, but human bones and kind of ligaments and all the flesh and tendons is still relatively strong. But it ripped through it like it was nothing.
so
It is concerning.
it's not a lot of creatures that have that kind of force, and if there were any of the creatures that could apply that force near this city, then I fear that we have a lot bigger problem on our hands.
Yeah. So, keep this on the down low. Don't tell people. I'm assuming you guys are here to deal with it, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Good luck with that. I don't want to step anywhere near her farm.
Alright, could you be so kind as to point us, give us directions towards her farm? We
Sure.
would like
These
to.
are the directions.
Didn't she already give us
Yeah,
directions?
she already gave you guys instructions, like to the exact building.
I know where to go. We can go there now.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir. Good luck. I hope she has a speedy recovery.
Well, I'm gonna have to go find someone to commission a wheelchair for her. Where the fuck is I gonna... What? Oh god, I hope she has the money to pay for that. He walks
Say,
back into the
doctor.
tent.
How
Say,
much?
doctor, with her advanced age,
Hmm?
she mentioned having to sell the farm. Her husband's dead,
Ah,
and her son
shit.
is out adventuring. So, on our behalf, I take out my gold. This should cover her for a while, at least the help, and I give 25 gold.
Holy shit. Okay. He takes it, looks at it. Brother, you don't have to get 25. Like 15 is probably more than enough.
15.
Alright. Yeah. I'll give this to her. Make sure she takes good care of it. You guys take care of yourself, eh?
Thanks, Doc.
Will do,
You as
Doc.
well.
I can
Hopefully we
help.
won't.
I can help you if something becomes detached and you find the other piece. If you don't find the other piece, I can't do shit for you.
Say, Doctor, is
We'll try to keep all our limbs attached, Doctor.
Good. What's up?
would her true bone be enough to repair the wound?
No.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, I'm not that powerful of a healer. I can join broken wounds or broken bones and, things like that together, so long as all the pieces are still there, and I can heal minor things and generate small pieces of tissue, but anything more than that is beyond my capabilities.
Understood.
I'm sure there's someone out there who can do that, but that someone, not me.
Thank you for your service, Doctor.
Yeah, of course. Usually don't have to deal with, people losing limbs to a massive amount of blunt force trauma. Usually it's people like the kid, dumbasses, who do stupid things to impress stupid people. Shakes his head. We're sitting back down in this chair. Ugh. Now, scoot along. I don't really have any other business right now, but, just in case.
All right. Well, be warned, Doctor. Whatever did this may be hunting for sport.
Sport? Fuck. That's fucked up.
She wasn't grabbed, she wasn't killed, but she was wounded. It's harassment in some order. When we find anything, we may report back to you, but if there's nothing else, I think we should head out while the sun is still high.
Best of luck, then, eh?
Let's go.
As all of you depart, we will call that session there. Congratulations, you guys survived your first session. Wow!
There was no battle.
Exactly.
That thing is gonna kill us. I know.
Yeah.